Stop oppressing us. We're oppressed. Burn all your diet books. Do you have a scale in your house? Take it and break it over your knee. Nobody needs a scale in their house because scales equal diet culture. What's the deal, yo? Like, just say no to carbs, fat, oil. Just get in the gym for 2 hours a day. Lift those weights. Anyone can do it. It's super easy. Just gotta work out for 2 hours a day, 8 days a week. You don't think there's 8 days in a week? Get real. If you want it, you'll make it a priority. Just say no. Eat clean. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam. The internet is a scary place to look up anything related to, well, just anything in general, honestly. But today we're going to narrow in and really focus on looking on the internet for health, fitness, and diet advice, and the two dichotomies that exist. You see, there's really only two sides to this coin. You're either body positivity, health at every size movement over here, who talks about what they eat in a day as a fat person, not trying to lose weight, where they're just gorging themselves on fast food and praising the God that is intuitive eating. Or, in this corner, we have the fitness gurus who are promoting everything from dangerous diet cycles to dangerous exercises to straight up MLM products like diet and detox teas, which are just made to make you poop. And let's be real, a gym bro can also be a lady, because there are plenty of gym bro ladies on here. You know who you are.
I'm going to show you how to get a flat stomach and go from this to this in just a couple steps. In 1 week, I dropped 5 pounds doing this. So you just need 4 simple ingredients: lemon juice, cinnamon, and you can do any apple cider vinegar. I like this one. It's organic and I got it from Target. And honey.
What the internet is heavily lacking are the moderates who are in between. People like me who are just trying to figure it out without going unhealthily one direction or the other. This makes the internet a disheartening place to look even at videos just for fun, because you're consistently and constantly inundated with all this different messaging and marketing. It doesn't matter which side it's coming from, it is not helpful. Because when I see things from this camp about intuitive eating and doing what I want, yeah, that seems like the way I want to go because it's 0 effort and I get to do whatever I want. Tell me more. Sign me up. How have I not heard about this sooner? And then I have this side, who tells me that I'm not trying hard enough. It's easy if I find the time to do it. Make it a priority. Just eat clean. You can handle it. Put your mind to it. What this binary does is it keeps people in their cycles for a really long time, because people tend to jump back and forth from this community to this community, from this community to this community, from this community to this community. And it just keeps you stuck and you just keep going around and around and around. I jumped back and forth quite a few times. I'm going to try the paleo diet. No, I'm going to intuitive eat. I'm going to try veganism. No, I think I'm going to stay over here where I can eat tacos that I like. I'm going to try going carb free. I really like carbs, so I might try intuitive eating again. Sound familiar? I'm sure a few of you have been there as well. It's a shitty place to be, and you feel like you're stuck just swinging back and forth. So these two communities are often butting heads with each other. The prime example of that is this community does not believe in counting calories. They think it's bad. This community believes that it's good for you. So what's the truth? How do you get started? These folks over here who are constantly promoting calorie counting were my first experience with counting calories, and a lot of times I was going from eating straight solid junk food almost 3 times a day, multiple times a week for sure, all the way down to 1,200 calories, and then adding a stacked workout on top of it. I would get super fatigued, I was tired all the time, and yeah, I lost weight, but then I would always gain it back. I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong because I was following everything they said to follow, but nobody gives you a plan for what to do once the diet is over. You've crossed the finish line and now you just do what you used to do, right? Because you can't keep drinking smoothies or whatever for your whole life. That's just not how things work. Then after years of cycling through different diets, getting through them, gaining weight back, yo-yoing, so to speak, I found this community gently coaxing me to come to them because they had intuitive eating, where you could eat whatever you want and just listen to your body. No food is bad food. It took years to unlearn bad food, good food from this side. But what that did was told me I could eat anything I wanted in any amount I wanted because my body would correct itself. Well, that didn't happen. That did not happen for me. The opposite happened for me, and I just kept gaining weight and kept gaining weight and kept gaining weight and kept gaining weight. My body never started to cue hunger signals. It didn't do any of that. Intuitive eating did not help me get my eating under control. If anything, it made it worse. So when I heard moderate people saying, count calories and it will help you lose weight, I really struggled because I had this group telling me that counting calories was inherently bad and dangerous for me. And I had this group that was like, if you just really strictly count your calories, it's just math and willpower, you can do it. What do you do? It was so hard for me to break both sides of thinking and just chuck both of them out the window and figure out how to do so healthfully. What I figured out was I couldn't eat intuitively because I no longer knew what a portion size was. I had been eating junk food, like I said, multiple times a day for multiple weeks on end for nearly 10 years. Yeah, I dieted on and off in between, but my eating habits had become really awful. There was no way my intuition could help. And then my experience over here was over restricting. And so I was like, oh my gosh, how do I do this and lose weight healthily without immediately restricting down to like 1,200 calories? And sometimes counting calories that low and that strictly becomes an obsession and it leads you down another seriously bad path. So what do? How do you meet in the middle? Is it even possible? Well, the few moderate people I found online were telling me, just start lowering your calories really slowly. Download MyFitnessPal or some other calorie counting app. You can do it by paper and pen if you prefer that. And actually, without even restricting at first, figure out how much you're eating every single day right now. So I did. I downloaded MyFitnessPal and I started calculating, even when I was binge eating, I started calculating every single day how many calories I was eating. And it was a lot, like 3,500, 4,000 calories a day. I have a desk job where I'm barely moving and I was doing no exercise at all in my off time. After a week or so of figuring out roughly how many calories I ate per day, I very slowly started to bring those down, 100 to 200 calories at a time. Now, I know that doesn't seem like a lot, and I know that that seems slow, but for me, that's what I needed to do, because the minute that I tried to start restricting, my brain automatically went into that, well, this is the last meal of this I'm ever going to have, and then I immediately wanted to start binging again. So when I was like, well, listen, it's only 100 calories that I'm cutting today, it really made it more chewable, more manageable for my brain so that we didn't go overboard.
Baby, what's the name?
And then once I made it more manageable, it was really easy for me to continue doing it. And so then I would cut 200 calories out of my day each week. And then I would cut 300 calories out of my day each week. And then 4, and then 5. And then when I started to get really comfortable with what I was eating and what I was doing, and I was seeing weight start to fall off a little slowly, I actually started calculating my calories. I used a TDEE calculator online. I'll link it in the description below. And then I also used MyFitnessPal to see what they would calculate if I wanted to lose 2 pounds a week. And I put in my goal weight, which I just picked from the range that was healthy in my BMI. I entered them into both sites and figured out what they gave me, and then tried to find a nice moderate middle ground. Also, key to MyFitnessPal and these TDEE calculators is to put yourself as sedentary if you're sedentary. I had always put myself as lightly active because I was like, oh yeah, I walk, I do this, I do that. Girl, no, you work in a desk, and I got my Fitbit and I was barely doing 1,500 steps a day. Lightly active? Who are you lying to? Yourself, clearly. So anyway, there was an in-between the two, and that was very slowly restricting my calories and using calorie counting to learn what a portion size was. It wasn't to what they say over here. I wasn't trying to alienate myself and make myself feel bad about eating food. That's not what I was doing. I wanted to know, what does a portion size of Lucky Charms cereal look like? I don't know. I hadn't known in years. I was just pouring it in a big old bowl, sloshing some freaking milk on it, and eating it. Sometimes I was having 2 or 3 bowls. What the hell is a portion? And I'll tell you, when I first measured it out, I was like, this is a portion? This isn't even a whole marshmallow.
I do not understand.
Do yourself a favor. Break the binary. Break that false dichotomy that you have to be in this camp or this camp. Find yourself a middle ground, even if it's 1 foot in each camp, because you like a little bit of this and you like a little bit of this, but you also know what is unhealthy for you and your mindset, and you have to just stick to it. Put your blinders on and stick to it, because it can be really, really easy for them to suck you one direction or the other as soon as your blinders seem like they're failing. Which is hard because, again, you're going to be inundated every single time you're on the internet, every single time you watch a video, every single time you scroll through a feed, you're going to be inundated. So keep those blinders on. You can do it. I can do it. Let's do it together. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.